Well, welcome inside the Oklahoman's video studio for another adorable episode of the Rescue Rundown, or perhaps just a rambunctious episode of the Rescue Rundown with our friends at the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. I'm Dave Morris, alongside the President and CEO of OK Humane, Susana, Della, Maddalena, and a lady we're going to introduce, Dana McCrory. Ladies, thanks so much for stopping in. Great to see you.
Very nice to see you. Thank you.
First up, though, Susana, I mentioned rambunctious because we have this guy right here. And what do we know about this guy?
This is Prancer. He is probably a pointer boxer mix. He's about 3 years old.
Beautiful
very
dog.
sweet, very sweet. And he's fully house trained, great with other dogs, crate trained, and just a really nice guy. He's a little excited today because he's here, but I think normally he's going to have all the great traits of the boxer, you know, and kind of mellow and a couch potato. And right now he wants to go visit other people, so.
Right now he's just so mellow and relaxed and just chilling, but no, he's wanting to play, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I mean, he's what, 65 pounds? Yeah, so.
You mentioned traits. What sort of traits are typical in this breed?
Well,
or this
you know,
mix
the
of breeds?
boxer, you can tell by the dock tail and the brindle coloring. Boxers are just kind of goofy, lovable dogs.
Okay.
They are playful, but then they are also couch potatoes and.
Literally wanting to get on the couch right now.
Yeah, and he probably does, or on your lap maybe, but, and then, you know, Pointer is going to be, it's a hunting breed, it's, you know, going to be an outdoorsy, active dog, but he's got a very nice, mellow, normally personality. I think he's calming down now, so it's just fun to be on TV.
It's like, oh, I see I'm on camera right now. I'll give him this side, and then I'll turn to the other side here in a second. Prancer is available for adoption.
He is. He is actually going out with a medical disclosure because he has been treated for heartworm.
Okay, and what does that mean? What should people who are looking at adopting know about heartworm and perhaps previous medical conditions?
Yeah, anytime we send out a dog who's had a previous medical condition that we've treated it for, or is still a current condition, we'll send them out with a medical disclosure. Heartworm is really no big deal.
Okay.
When we take our dogs from the city animal shelter, we always, we call it snap testing, we do a quick blood test on them that will let us know whether or not they have heartworm. If they are heartworm positive, then they'll actually undergo about a 4-week treatment, which will slowly kill the heartworms, and then they return to normal. They have to be kept kind of quiet during that time period, but then they completely, as you can see with this guy, with the energy level, return to normal. And he will go on to live a normal, great life.
That was
no
my
problems.
next question. Are there any concerns or things to watch for moving forward?
It really depends on the extent of the heartworm, you know, that they have. If the heart is pretty invaded by worms, sometimes you're going to see symptoms that look like congestive heart failure and, you know, long-term issues with the heart. In those cases, if it's in a really advanced case, we might just euthanize the dog because it's not going to have a great quality of life.
Hello there,
but normally, otherwise, you know, he's just going to, the heart heals up and, you know, they just go on to be kind of normal, loving and playful.
Hey, he's sharing his
Wants to
love.
sit on my lap, yes. So he's a good boy, and I think he's going to make a really great family dog.
Well, let's talk about that real fast before we get into the two subjects of today. What would be an ideal situation for Prancer?
You know, probably a house with a yard. As much as he's probably a couch potato, I don't think he's probably going to do well in a totally contained environment. He does kennel well, so you can crate him. But I think having a yard, having someone who's willing to play with him, exercise him, he's probably great with kids, you know, because he's such a goofball. But I think that would be really the ideal environment for him. And because he has been treated for heartworm, we always recommend here that people put their dogs on heartworm prevention, but you know, in his case, because he has had it, you definitely want to make sure that he's on heartworm prevention and that he doesn't get heartworm again, which is passed by mosquitoes biting outside.
Which will segue nicely into our second topic here in a second about allergies and what to look for with your cats and dogs and allergies. Chatting with Susana, Della, Maddalena, and Dana McCrory, the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. Susana, you are the president and CEO, and how long have you been with OK Humane?
A little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years, and you are passing the torch over to Dana, who will be the incoming CEO and president, correct?
I am. I have loved being in Oklahoma City. I have absolutely loved it. But I have older parents in Arizona who are now starting to experience a lot of health issues, and I need to go back and help be there for them.
Well, I went through a lot of that last year, and that is certainly a worthy situation. It's nice to be nearby and and to spend the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's important. I think it's family is all important, and this is a really important time of life. So yes,
Good
you're
grief.
making this fun for me. But I'm really excited about having Dana come on board. She's got an amazing
All right, Prancer.
experience, a lot of passion for our cause. So we were just thrilled to have her.
Well, Dana, where are you joining Central Oklahoma Humane from?
Well, I'm coming from the Integris Health Foundation, where I spent the last 16 months helping with their capital campaign, and now moving into this role in the community that I love is very exciting. I spent about 8 years at the Oklahoma City Zoo and the Oklahoma Zoological Society, working and building their membership and capital projects and managing the crew. Born here in Oklahoma City, raised in El Reno.
Okay.
So this community has my heart, and animals are my passion.
Very good. Any pets?
Oh yeah, I have Maybelle, the Wonder Dog.
Okay.
She's a rescue that we adopted about 2 years ago from OK Humane. I have Sophia. She is a Peekapoo mix, about this big.
What is a peekapoo mix?
She is a Pekingese poodle mix.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sweet little dog, 15 now. And then I have Big Fat Foo, which is a cat. I'm being brutally honest here. Big Fat Foo, who's an
I'm guessing
11-year-old one-eyed cat.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
assuming it's not a slender cat.
He is not.
Okay.
He was never slender. He came large. And then we have Clark the cat and Steve the cat.
Oh, wow. So 3 cats?
3 cats.
3 cats, 2 dogs.
2 dogs. I have a house full.
Oh, wow. No kidding. So are you on board
I'm on board.
because you're transitioning out mid-April, right?
Yep, and so Dana started with us yesterday, and we're going to work
very good.
together for the next couple weeks so I can just throw all that knowledge at her.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I went home yesterday with my head spinning.
Yeah.
I have just a touch of animal welfare in my background, and that was with exotics. And so I'm transitioning to domestics, and Sue's the right person to help me with that. She has the knowledge and has the experience that she's just trying to hit me with the fire hose for the next next few weeks, and then she'll be also available and helping us as we move forward.
So you transition from giraffes to house cats.
Yeah.
And elephants here.
It is,
Minor
but
elephants.
not really if you start thinking about it.
Well, we mentioned the other topic of allergies, and I've noticed that with the 2 cats. You mentioned I have cats. Over the past couple weeks or months, the runny eyes, and so what are some symptoms and signs that we should look for as pet owners of our cats or dogs, our pets, going through allergy season?
Yeah, I mean, like people, pets have allergies, and it can be heightened in the spring when we're seeing all the pollens and the grass is getting green and everything. And you'll see sneezing, itching,
gonna
runny
tell on each
eyes.
other.
It sounds like
New
a
word.
commercial. Sneezing, itching, runny eyes.
That's
What is
right.
the other one?
Runny nose.
Yeah, exactly, runny nose. And so you'll see all those symptoms in your pet. And so there are various ways to go about addressing that. It's important to keep them bathed. Because the dander, they can be reacting if they're not getting bathed regularly. You can use mild shampoos. There are things like coconut oil that you can put on their skin or in their food that
Really?
will help, yeah. And then there are a lot of natural remedies, and you can even go as far as having them blood tested, like person, and get vaccines made for them if they have extreme allergies. So there's a lot of things you can do, and it's a manageable thing, but generally you're going to have to do something.
What are some things to look for as why is my cat or dog acting a little differently right now? That might make you suspect it's allergies.
Yeah, you just you're going to just notice that maybe they're looking a little uncomfortable, they're itching more, they may, they're going to be sneezing, runny eyes, and
Your typical
allergy.
allergy.
Yeah, and it's things that you haven't noticed before that all of a sudden are kind of coming up. So, so again, there are things that you can buy at the store. You can give them antihistamines. You need to kind of check and see what kind of dosage of Benadryl or something that you can give them. A lot of that information is available online.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, when you have an extreme case, some breeds are really, really prone to allergies, like West Highland Terriers.
Really?
Yeah, they're like allergic to everything. And you can have extreme cases where they are just itching themselves, to the point where they have no hair and their skin is inflamed. And
Clearly
it's
they're uncomfortable.
Real uncomfortable, yeah. So, but yeah, but generally you can, work with it and manage it.
Very good. She mentioned some information can be found online. Of course, you can find that on their website. They have a blog with all sorts of useful information and resources at okhumane.org. Well, Susana, best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you over the next month or so. And Dana, great to meet you.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you ongoing.
Thank you.
And Prancer, my goodness,
He's going to get a home today, aren't you? Because you're a good boy.
it could certainly happen. You can find Prancer. Does Prancer have any siblings that we know of?
No, Prancer came in on his own, so yep.
Prancer and other dogs and cats. Inventory available for adoption can be found at okhumane.org. The Central Oklahoma Humane Society is located in Oklahoma City at 7500 Northwestern. Ladies, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.